Hello, I'm Chris Thanis. I'm a KMP developer. Let me get this thing situated. Today we're going to be going over the KMP proof of concept, Fred's Roadtrip Storyteller, and I did an improvement to the countdown UI, which I want to demo. Oh yeah, update. Yeah, they trained the wrong model. Remember I said they trained the wrong model? Well, they ran out of credits at AWS, and they have to go get a Series B round funding. They told me this is like too much information, and so as long as that funding comes in, they should get that thing trained up, which is going to get me the. You get it. They're going to get that thing closed on Tuesday. They said so. Okay, we'll see. All right, so here's the app running, and what I did is I added a little thing that when the trial starts, it adds this little UI. And people are like, "What? What's that big a deal?" It's like, well, I kind of copied it from this old movie, which is super fun from my youth, my misspent youth. No, you ever seen this movie before? There's this one part coming up. Oh, wait for it. Wait for it. There it is. So that was the inspiration is this little thing right here. Okay, you get it. Now the hard part was not the dots here. Those are actually pretty simple. So here's the Purchase Pro version button, which is this whole thing right here. And the hard part was getting these dang fonts in here cross platform. You could do it on Android, or it's no problem, but like doing it cross platform. So I had to find this articles here, and it's really was difficult to figure that find out what exactly how to do this. It was not trivial. With the latest Compose 1.6, it seems to be a lot simpler. Let me fix this right here. It seems to be a lot simpler, but this is 1.53, and I'm going to stick with this till the end. Looks like 1.6 did some changes. I don't know. We'll see. I might release it with just 1.53, but this is how you do it. I find these two articles. There's lots of different opinions about how this works. KMP is definitely a work in progress. So I mean, it took me a while to figure it out. But I, basically has these iOS side has this resource font thing. It takes the name, the resource, and the weight, and the style, and it basically does a resource load here in the bytes and runs a blocking thing. So this is a blocking thread thing. You only do it once, and it saves it to the cache here on iOS. On Android, very similar thing. Let me get this over here. So here we go. Here, very similar thing. It just loads the resource by name, and it does complain about that. So I just suppressed the lint because it's saying you shouldn't do that. You should always use a resource ID, not the string. Okay, well I can't right now. So that's what, and the resources are saved here. I always hate how all these demos and all these like things online, they never say which version of stuff they're using, and they don't actually say where some of these files are held. Put that at the top of the source code. Come on. Anyway, so the resources are being pulled from this thing over here. So they're being pulled from here. So I had to put the font, which I found online, this pet me thing. And it has to be lowercase. And there's some certain characters are not allowed. You can't use dashes, stuff like that. So I put in this font folder, which it finds here with this keyword font here, font. So that's how that works. And let's see. So the billing state, yeah, okay. So I continuously pull like every 1 second here and to update the countdown thing. I want to make this real obvious that the person was in a countdown mode, even if they don't know about the WOPR and they don't understand why I changed the font here. But the whole point is to get the fonts in there. This was the big issue. They make it extra hard, but this is the easiest solution I found without going crazy with all kinds of really strange ideas. And let's see. So here's the trial remaining, and I do a switch here between I generate a string, but depending on which string it is, which mode I'm in, if it's in trials in progress, I'll just if it's not in progress, I use it to regular string, so it just looks like a regular message. But as soon as the trial's in progress, I switch over to this thing, so it makes it super obvious. Like, hey, you're outside the area, and you're now going to be 3 days, and this is why it's not working. So that's what that's all about. And I found this little dots. This is what I love about Compose. You can just find something online and edit it and change it for your own uses. So I'm not super proud of this code, but it works. It's not optimal for every use case, but it does draw based on the component width and uses this globally positioned thing, which is the way this works is odd. So after it composes everything, and it finally does a update and gives you the layout coordinates, and it gives you so you can like figure out how big things are, and that's how I calculate how many dots are across here. So that was a part I had to add in here. But it shows you how to do these really cute animations. Like each one of these is actually a separate cell that's has its own animation sequence, animation spec basically assigned to it in this array of these states. So everyone's doing its own separate animation, and it works super efficiently. It's running 60 frames a second. So Compose is pretty awesome like that. And there's the preview. Let's see here. Okay, that's about it. All right, give me a like and subscribe, and we're moving on to the next thing.